Hello, and welcome to Dispatches from the Civil War, a podcast breaking down the events of the American Civil War week by week in real time. My name is Logan, and I will be your host. This week, the events of January 11th through the 17th in 1861. Last week, the number of states that voted to secede from the Union was at 3. This week, Alabama will vote 61 to 39 to secede. Georgia will join the secession with the vote of 208 to 89. The election of Abraham Lincoln has prompted the move to secession for several states. Representatives from the state of Mississippi leave the House on the 12th, while in the Senate, New York Senator Seward will state, "I do not know what the Union would be worth if saved by the use of the sword." The next day, President Buchanan receives envoys from both Major Anderson, who is in charge of Fort Sumter, and South Carolina Governor Pickens over the issue of the fort. Buchanan emphasizes that the fort will not be turned over to the state authorities. President-elect Lincoln will write to Jane T. Hale, a Republican representative from Pennsylvania, that if we surrender, it is the end of us and of the government. In terms of state seizures, Louisiana occupies the United States Marine Hospital near New Orleans. Later in the week, Fort Pike will be taken over by state forces. In Florida, state troops demand the surrender of Fort Pickens after taking control of Fort Baracus, Fort McRee, and the Naval Yard at Pensacola. Fort Taylor at Key West will be garrisoned by United States troops, thus preventing the takeover of the fort by the South. This will allow the fort to be a base of Union operations in the Gulf Coast if the need would arise to blockade the South. We are now up to 5 states that have removed themselves from the United States and several that have taken steps to occupy and control federal military bases in the area. The possibilities for conflict seem present even though the Union has not called up the regular army nor called for volunteers. Likewise, the South is mostly operating with state troops or local militias. Maybe a status quo is going to develop without hostilities until a time when these 5 states can return to the Union. I guess we'll find out next week. It's a short week. This episode's music is John Brown's Body. You can find information about it back in episode 1. Thank you for listening to Dispatches from the Civil War, written, produced, recorded, and developed by myself with assistance provided by Rosemary and Paige, the podcast kitties. If you've enjoyed this or other episodes, please consider putting up a review and recommending it to your friends. Until next time, keep fit as a fiddle and toe the mark.